Good morning, everyone. We are Grandma Legos. We call ourselves that because we like those simple things that, when put together, become extraordinary. The little pieces of Lego or Grandma's kitchen, for example. And we also love Grandma's stories that she always told us when we were children and that are the most effective way to fascinate people. It's almost Christmas time and Christmas carol time. So today we want to tell you a story, our own one, the educational carol. Once upon, no. There will be a time in 2040 when education will be completely different from what is today. There will be an awareness of the importance of education as a social equalizer through socio-technical, economic, religious actions, and vice versa. People will be provided with immediate knowledge, which will lead to a change in the school system, making it a place of exchange of ideas and experiences rather than of notional knowledge. But not all that glitter is gold. This is the story of Giuseppe. Giuseppe is a former professor who is now depressed and talking to a psychologist.
Doctor, I'm so depressed. My life no longer makes sense.
I'm here to help you, Beppe. How long have you been feeling like this?
It all started in 2023. One day my smartphone rings. It was a huge piece of news that kept bouncing from device to device. The brand new brain challenging game was out. No one knew what it was, but there was talk of experiencing an environment where all kind of information was given to you. What was certain was that it took advantage of a new device, a kind of visor capable of providing on your request any kind of information you needed, no matter where you were. I immediately thought of the myriad application that this could bring to our society, and in particular to the way we provide education. What will my new role be? What lies ahead in the new future? Where will we be able to go from here? I am a professor. I couldn't help but being in. The game was amazing, and when it turned out that we were the subject of an experiment, it was even more exciting to take part in the next steps, where we discussed and viewed the possible school and non-school implication. I was really excited to be a part and feel a part of this change. Through workshop and focus group, I was able to communicate with people from all social, religious, technical backgrounds and co-create a systemic vision of our future. Indeed, with me, there were not only teachers and students, but also older people, politicians, and religious people. I was really excited to be a part of it and feel a part of this change.
So actually everything was fine.
Sure, everything's fine, but until a few years ago, when even the institution began to understand the power of this evolution. With the arrival of the new reforms, which forced the use of similar tools in order to provide immediate knowledge also to students in their educational path, and the political obligation to support school education with more and more frequent entries of external experts, more practical than us, well, I started to feel excluded, marginalized. I tried to adapt to myself to the change. I was one of the first to undergo the refresh courses the state provided to us teacher during the school change, but I remained very doubtful. And the straw that broke the camel's back was when I found myself in the middle of a knowledge demonstration. At first, I didn't understood and even tried to rebel, but one of the protesters came up and started explaining their reason to me.
Do you know what they are doing? They don't give us infinite knowledge. They occlude our heads. They force us to think as they want us to think. It's all a conspiracy. Open your eyes, brother. We are only lab rats. Think about it for a second. With all the knowledge we have and that they want us to give, what will be left for us to discover and to know?
What? Do you understand, doctor? There's nothing left to know, to discover. I am a professor. My life has no meaning now. If I can't bestow knowledge, what can I do? I want to die.
Beppe, what are you saying? You are neither the first person to have these doubts, nor you will be the last. Come with me. The government created these places precisely for people like you, with doubts. Look at the man. He's a religious man. He was one of those who lost his faith after the great access to knowledge and thought there was nothing more to investigate in faith. And yet, there's not. He realized that all this rational information paradoxically needed even more of an escape into rationality. He was wondering what lies beyond. And his faith was strengthened, in different ways, but still it was strengthened. You are the professor. Your task is not to teach subjects by heart, but to train the new generation, teaching them what it means actually to live. And this immense knowledge allows your work to be even more effective, because it allows yourself first to live in this world, and then to teach others to do so, making the most of the knowledge. For example, do you like this turtle?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Well, you should know that his species should have been extinct about 5 years ago. But the kids at our school, thanks to the environmental protection project launched by WWF, and the free time and experience created by the new system, have raised their awareness of the problem so much, they've even come up with a solution. And here it is.
Hello, sir. Could you please pass me my ball?
You see, Beppe, that's what living is all about. Knowledge should be not your goal, and in fact it never was. Don't be influenced by people who are afraid to live, because that's what they are. Use your knowledge to live mindfully in the world. That's what we have been allowed to do, and we don't have to waste a single minute doubting or shutting ourselves off. You're a professor, you have been one, and you continue to be one, precisely because you gave that ball back to the kid, allowing him to play and understand the environment that surrounds him every day. Your goal is not to instill your knowledge in the new generation, because they don't need it anymore. But now, more than ever, they need a guide. Someone who can concretely show them how the world is and what can be done to improve it day after day.
Doctor, you are perfectly right. Thank you for opening my eyes again. Hey, doctor, look, it's the protester I talked to.
Hi, Pepe. I'm not just any protester. I'm the ghost of past education.
And, Beppe, I'm not a psychologist, but I'm the ghost of the present education.
Oh my God. And so that child is the ghost of future education.
No, Beppe, that's just a child.